What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing suede and starlights on my truck Frog. Before we get into it, let's just talk about some of the stuff I've done since the last video. I mean, I've done a few little things. I probably can't remember all of them now, but I'm just going over some of it I've done so far. Yesterday I blacked out the GMC logo because before it was like red and kind of stuck out. I'll put a picture of what it looked like before, but blacked that out, just left the chrome around it so you can still kind of, you know, see it a little bit. And really the other big thing I did was I swapped out the steering wheel for this one with black leather and buttons and GMC logo. I like this one way better than the other one. You know, this one feels nicer. I like having the buttons. I haven't got them wired in yet, but you know, eventually I can get the harness to control the buttons on the screen, you know, because it's not a stock radio. But anyway, let's get into it. All right, first, let's just look at this headliner. Like, there's burn marks, there's dirt I can't get off. Just, you know, bad. I don't know where all this dirt came from. Whoever did it before did a pretty poor job of re-gluing it. I mean, it's not sagging, but I mean, eventually it's probably gonna get there. And there's screws loose over there. This thing comes out sometimes like that right there. So I'm gonna have to redo that. I'm gonna have to re-glue that back in because one of the clips is broke. I mean, that happens a lot on these GMC and Chevy trucks on these little pillar pieces, but I'm just gonna have to re-glue it in. It's all right. Also, I'm gonna be painting that, and I'm gonna be removing these because, like in previous videos I've said, I'm doing a speaker rack. So we're gonna have a speaker rack back here. Have to delete these, and I'm probably gonna delete these just so I can fit a few more stars right here and have it flushed, since I won't have any stars right here where the speaker rack will be. We're also gonna be putting the speaker rack in today in this video, and if not in this video, the next one, because the next video I will have my speakers. I ordered DS18s, and we're gonna be hooking up this kicker behind the seat. So let's get started. So first step will be obviously taking out the old one. Got to take off the pillar pieces, but be careful because these like to break off just like it did right there on this one, which is why I'm gonna have to re-glue it on there. As you can see, it's broken. It's all right though. I'll re-glue it on there. Next thing, pop these out. Already popped them out, and then pop those pillars right there and remove the visors. So I'm gonna do that right now, and then I'll be back in a second. And that's one of the visors off. It's just some T15 screws. Once you get it off, just be careful not to lose the screws because it won't go back in right. So I'm gonna do the other one, and I'm gonna get the headliner completely out, and I'll meet you at the table. Okay, I had to pop these pillars off. There's a little screws behind it. This wire is for the light, but mine didn't work, and I probably see why right there. I don't know what's going on right there. It didn't work when I had it, so I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm probably just gonna, well, I gotta keep it for the third brake light, but I'm just gonna leave it alone, not mess with it. Had to take this back plate off, and I got the headliner out. So leave that here for now. I'm gonna paint this later black to match the black suede that I'm about to show you right now over here on the table. All right, so here's the starlight kit that I got. It's a 500-piece starlight kit from Amazon. Had pretty good reviews, has twinkle feature and everything. So it's this is the one we're gonna use, 500 pieces. And there's the suede, got also from Amazon. Says it was the best selling on Amazon, so we'll see. I got way more I needed, that way I could try to wrap my visors. I hope I don't mess them up, but we're gonna try it. This has the foam on it. It's for headliner, but yeah. So here is the headliner out of the truck. You see it's really kind of bad condition, and luckily for me, so far it doesn't look like there's a lot of glue. So I'm gonna have to take off this old glue, and I got some of these tall cans of this headliner adhesive, and hot glue for the starlights, and this gloss black for the handle. But yeah, I'm gonna get to taking this off and then take off the glue, and then we'll be back. All right, so I got the old fabric off. It came off pretty easy. There wasn't a lot of glue on it, which I don't know how the headliner wasn't sagging, but that's the old headliner off out the way. Now I just got to get these spots right here, try to pull them up, and use this wire brush to get off all the old glue if there's any at all. Then gonna have to cut the fabric to size, spray some glue on it, and make sure it's really flat. So I'll see you after I cut the fabric to size. All right, so now we cut off some. It's a little bit extra, but we're gonna cut it down to size and get it flat. I'm gonna use the glue and gonna press it down to shape. All right, I had to get a little bit of help to help hold it down while I do it, because you know you have to do it in sections, so I really couldn't record. But you know, I gotta clean off a little bit. There's a little bit of dust here and there, and a little bit of the glue overspray, but it's all right. Got it on there. Now I just gotta let it dry. And while I'm letting this dry before I put the stars and cut off the extra, we're gonna try to paint these. I was gonna wrap them in suede just cause, but I'm thinking that if I just spray them really good, you really won't be able to see them that well, like the messed up parts. So I'm gonna take this mirror off, and I'm gonna have to spray the handle anyway, so I'm gonna try to spray them. If I mess it up by spraying it, I can always take this fabric off and then try my best to wrap them. But yeah, I'm gonna spray these down and then I'll start doing the lights. All right, it's been an hour since I laid all the glue on. There's a little bit of dirt from when I flipped it over to pull the slides. I'll show you what that looks like. I might have to trim it up a little bit more, but you know, it's gonna be in the headliner. You'll never see this. This will all be covered up, these spots. Just gotta cut out this for the handle. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. You know, just gotta get it wiped up, the little bit of dirt that's, you know, sand flying through the air and stuff. But now it's time to mark all 500 stars. Oh man, a little bit right here. Oh, it'll go down with the glue though. But it's time to mark, flip it over and mark 500 stars, and yep, start putting in the stars. All right, so now it's time to mark 500 holes. I'm gonna do 250 here, 250 here. This is the visor, so I you know, mark where I'm not gonna have that. And I'm gonna have my speaker rack mounted. It's gonna take up probably from about here on the headliner to about here, somewhere right there. So I'm not gonna have no stars in between there. I'm gonna have 250, 250. Try to spread them out as evenly as can. I'm not gonna do no designs. If I do, I might put a little cross right here or something, you know, just have something nice, you know. But and these I'm gonna tape off the mirror. They kind of got wet because it started raining. I didn't even realize. But this was like just one pass. I just started spraying, like, you know, just to kind of cover up that color, then do a full pass on that one, just see what it's gonna come out like. And then might need to do another coat or something of this or something. I don't know. It's still kind of wet, as you can see. But that's gonna be the handle for the, I don't even know what you call that handle, but yeah. So gonna have to paint these up, but right now I'm gonna count the stars and poke all the holes, and then I'm gonna have to glue down all the stars with hot glue. It's gonna be a process, but when I get all the stars mapped up, I'll pick up the camera again. All right, so now we got all 500 holes marked out. I don't know what this is on the headliner, but I circled so I can see better. We got 250, 250. We got marked off so I don't get it on the visors. We got marked off so I don't get it in the speaker rack. So it's gonna be mostly in the middle on this side because I couldn't poke through that. But you know, hopefully it doesn't look that bad. Anyway, finna start poking the holes with this needle. I might try to find a better tool just cause, but once I get all these poked, then it's time to separate, you know, the fibers, poke them through the hole, count them, and then flip it over, cut them, and we're gonna put this back in the truck once I get finished painting all that. So I'll see you whenever I have all the holes poked and time to put the stars in. All right, I got all the holes poked. What I used is these needle nose pliers and this needle, and I, you know, put them together more different than this, and I stuck in all the holes and make sure I pushed all the way through, and I held the other side so I didn't push none of the fabric off or nothing like that. But now it's time to get the stars out and route them through the thing. This will be the back of the headliner, so I'll route them to, I'm gonna try to route them this way to put here, because I'm gonna put it in the driver's side panel and wire it to the thing, so whenever I turn the key on, the stars come on. And yeah, so let's get into it. All right, I know it's not the prettiest, but it's 1 in the morning. I'm gonna glue them all down. You know, tape them together more neat than this, so I don't have the cobweb up there. But I'm gonna glue them all down with the glue sticks, with a hot glue gun, and then gonna make them more neat. And then already started painting those. Those need to dry and then repaint. And I got the handle painted, and I'm gonna put it back in the truck and try to put everything back together tonight. All right, now it don't look the best on the other side, but it should. You know, you won't be able to really see it when it's in the truck. Just gotta wipe off some of this dust that's from the table. But yeah, we're gonna have to cut these. You know, cut them to length, however, you know, cut them to be flush with the headliner. Then I'm installing it back in the truck. All right, boom. So we got the starlights back in the truck. Sorry if I skipped something I said in the last clip. It's just a lot happened since the last clip, but here they are. The starlights, the 500 starlights with the suede. Just gotta wrap the visors now. I'm thinking about wrapping these in suede too, on both sides. But yeah, let me know what you think. Speaker rack coming soon. We got the black suede. Got them all tucked up there. For my first time doing starlights, I don't think it was that bad. It was pretty time consuming, but it really wasn't that bad, and I really like the result. I do have it in the cigarette lighter just because I didn't have a fuse tap, but eventually I might get just a fuse tap. But basically I have it routed to the cigarette lighter through this panel, over the steering column, up through here, and in the box in the middle. I have the box in the middle. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully it's my speaker rack.